Hey everyone, this is Austin, and what an episode to say the least of Danmachi. And before we begin, I want to give a special shout out. T has been encouraging me to keep on, pronouncing certain names certain ways. I'm kidding. But, yeah, do check out her Twitter, which I will actually put right here. She does art, and quite good art in my opinion, but nonetheless, thank you. Continue on to the episode. So we see everyone in the guild is kind of panicking due to an emergency, aka, Wiene being spotted. And people want to know what's going on, and we see how everyone is now painting, Wiene as she attacked the child, but she really, in fact, saved the kid. And it's kind of funny how this is true, how everyone hates her without a reason. Because truly, yes, I understand that she's a monster to them, but she didn't do anything to warrant that to them, which is why I keep saying with Lily, that's why I didn't really like Lily in the sense of what she did the last episode, but nonetheless, we see that the head of the guild asked for, Belle's advisor, and he tasked her to deliver the message or mail or mission straight to Belle, and believe it or not, it's a mission that he can't refuse, and it's coming straight from the top. So I'm not going to lie right here with how the whole mail looked. It was quite funny because it made me think that, Belle was being invited to Smash Bros. We're going to get Belle. That would be really cool. But then Steve, all jokes aside, basically, these missions are very, very rare. They are normally given to larger familias, and, the Hestia familia is getting it. And it's to bring Wiene straight to the 20th floor. And this mission seems, very near impossible. And the guild obviously knows of, her. And not gonna lie, when I was reading this through the light novel, I thought they were gonna be taken out in the back or something, but Belle saw that he can only take this on by himself and he can't really drag people in. And see, that's the thing with Belle. Belle has such a hero complex in a sense of he wants to keep saving people and he doesn't want to drag people in. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it because he does good. I can't say it's a bad thing because he does horrible things to people. He actually does good stuff. And he's going to take this to the familia to kind of discuss. And I can't wait for, the Wiene haters or Wiene haters to defend Lily here, even though the mission of this time with, how it's going to be a bigger payout as we saw with this episode. We see that a weird layout for the 20th floor, and they have to go to a certain area, the, tree labyrinth that I keep telling you guys to pay attention to. And Haruhime is going to be very vital to this mission. I do like how everyone in this familia has a use. And I know people think I am biased with Lily. Lily is very good at her job. She's finding out info, and she adds to the familia. My point is, she can't say much since, she brought trouble too. Just like, Wiene, it had a big payout. That's the thing that people are jumping to the conclusions that, she's just bad because she's a different kind of race in a sense. And I'll talk more about that towards the end of the video, but we see kind of Belle say he's sorry, but, Haruhime goes, don't. You have saved me and Lily. And if you don't know why, that's why people are calling out Lily and disliking her. If you don't know that, I know people tend to be a little bit biased for Lily, but there you go kind of thing. That's why people were not hating her but disliking what she did. I have to clarify that. And quite entertaining, to say the least, because Belle is a hero. At the end of the day, that's who he is. He has a hero complex. And Lily has, the other complex that she just wants to sacrifice herself and she doesn't want to share Belle, which is nothing wrong with that. But it comes a problem when she tries to judge someone that brought problems just like her. But nonetheless, continuing on, I do like this little sweet moment that Belle kind of is like a father to Wiene, and it really makes me sweat and not, sweat from my eyes. Yeah, makes me smile too. But all jokes aside, I do like how we kind of saw, the Achilleos family find out about the Hestia familia going into the dungeon, and Hermes is like, Oneros is using Belle as a lure to catch, the whole Achilleos family, and it's quite bigger than what Hermes was thinking, and this is why I keep saying, is Hermes a good guy or not? But all jokes aside, We see the Familia heads off, and Hestia goes to another location because it was very well hidden on the whole, message that was given to them. And now here is my question for you guys. I know the answer, but I'm going to ask you, is this guy over here, a god or a monster himself? Tell me in the comments down below. But anyways, continuing on, we see the Familia rushing through the dungeon to get to the other floors, just like me in Persona 3 with the TARDIS. Yeah, I did that a lot. I didn't want to deal with anything, I'm not going to lie. But all jokes aside, we see they finally kind of reach the 20th floor, but with that whole thing, them rushing through it, we kind of got a back and forth with Hestia. And obviously I'm going to go through those little parts with Hestia that she was guided to a secret passage to meet with Onoros. And this is where it gets, everything just kind of came down to us, and we kind of see what the purpose was. That Hestia's Familia is going to be playing a huge part in what's going on with the new world. People are going to have to kind of comprehend that, all these monsters aren't all bad. I mean, we've seen quite horrible human beings and gods so far in this series, just saying, but we see that Belle is defending Wiene, and it shows that Belle kind of just has this hero complex that I keep mentioning, and it gets him through this whole thing, because we remember the previous episode, he couldn't, fight a monster because he thought of her. But since she was being attacked, he can defend her. It's one of those things that, wait, that doesn't make sense. It does if you say, oh, so he's kind of just, he can be overridden from fear and everything if he has someone to save. That's who Belle is. And nothing wrong with that, as I keep saying. And I do like how, she checks up on everyone, and she's even a part of the team, It's quite nice. And they arrive at the whole tree labyrinth, and we see that she starts to kind of walk towards the scene. And this song apparently is calling out to them, and honestly, this whole entire part was very well done on this. I really love it, and they go into uncharted territory, and Belle, for some reason, is very good at detecting, because he's like, we're being watched, and little did everyone know they really were, because Belle got attacked by a lizard man. And this is the thing I would really love hearing about Danmachi. Oh, Belle's an overpowered character. He doesn't ever get beaten. He gets his butt handed here. And yes, he may have, this part here of kind of use his, power to punch the lizard man, but it didn't really do anything. And I do like how everyone in the Familia was defending Wiene, because she's a part of the Familia. That's just who she is. They have kind of gotten past those whole, differences. And she's one of us. She talks, she thinks, she feels just like us. So why should we not defend her? She is just like us. We would defend a human, or, a dwarf, or an elf. That's how it is. And it's going to play more and more into that. I like it. It's social status in Japan, but in the Western view, it's completely different. But nonetheless, honestly, I love how the lizard man was laughing at the end, and this is where we kind of see Zenos, and we meet Lid, which is the lizard man, and Lid was just testing Belle. He wanted to see if he would, defend the kin, and he did. And we see that the guild's actually helping out Zenos. And this mission was to, deliver Wiene to them, and to basically give her an area that she can be safe in. Because I'm going to be honest, no adventurer is going to be able to take them on. Well, besides, King. Yeah, that guy's powerful on ice. But continue on. We see that, Lid's beloved, good old Belle, and Belle was scared of shaking his hand. This is where we kind of see Lily again, like, no, it's a monster. I understand that. She actually is right to be concerned, but, Belle looked at, good old Wiene and shook Lid's hand, and it kind of just showed that he got past that. Belle has even female fans among the monsters, which was hilarious when we saw the rabbit jump on him, and we see that Wiene kind of gave her name to everyone. I know I've been saying her name wrong, don't worry, but she is welcome to Zenos, and this is her family, in a sense. And the old man god, Oros, has hope for the Hestia Familia being the bridge to coexistence. And honestly, what a phenomenal episode. And this, I know a lot of people are going to be very quiet after my last video. And the thing is, I have read the light novels. That's why I say things certain ways. And I know people are like, oh, you hate this character, you dislike this character. I dislike what they do, so it makes me dislike them. But in the end of the day, people have to understand why Lily was disliked. Because Lily did bring trouble, just like, Wiene. But Lily did bring in a lot of good after she brought trouble. I'm not going to deny that. Because I know people are like, oh, you're biased. No. She honestly brought good stuff, and she has her skills. She's very good at, espionage and all that kind of stuff. And it's cool. I like Lily that way, but I didn't like her actions, what made me dislike her that episode. She's going to improve, I know that, and it's just that whole thing of not liking the monster, the person that is different from them. That is a common thing I'm seeing in the West, to say the least, and it seems that it carries over into, anime, and I don't like that, but it's just to say, people really need to judge the person within, the character, not how they look or if we've been taught not to like them. It's okay to like someone that is different from you, even though they may have similar interests, and at the end of the day, if it's a living creature, I guess you defend it just like Belle. Be a hero like Belle, honestly, and that's why I always like Belle and who he is, because he's not afraid to stand up for, being nice and being kind to other people. And that's why I love, Danmachi. It's a very good series, even though the novels are like scripts sometimes, but loved the episode. What did you guys think? Sorry about getting the whole, thing at the end, but felt like I needed to say it because people are using baseless, accusations against me on that one. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.